of racism, which Commissioners Court declared a public health crisis in 2020 in response to the passing of George Floyd, and decided to take action, including creation of our violence interruption program. And it comes from the public health crisis of gun violence, which our relentless interrupters serving everyone are working to address every day. And those efforts are working. Violent crime in this neighborhood, in 77090, is coming down. Now, violent crime is coming down, yeah. That's worth clapping for. Violent crime is coming down across the nation and across the county, but it's coming down faster in this neighborhood. And it's coming down faster because of the combined efforts of our violence interrupters, of our partners, of the law enforcement, of nonprofits, of all the members of this community that are working together. And just to give you a sample of the impact of the RISE program, our RISE community-based and hospital-based violence interrupters have engaged over 24,000 community members over the last a few years. They have connected 2,300 resources. So connected people to 2,300 resources that help them to rise, and have, most critically, interrupted 130 instances of gun violence. Those are 130 people who are still here with us today as a result of the work of this team. And our partners at HCA Northwest have noticed that their rates of recidivism, of people who have experienced violent crime and then experience it again, are coming down. So once folks are coming into the hospital, they're not coming into the hospital again, thanks to the efforts of Andrea and Esmeralda and Sammy and the full team supporting them. And so amidst these intersecting crises, Harris County Public Health has chosen to rise. And to tell you a little bit more about these efforts, here's Lupe Washington.
I'm too tall. Who's Mike?
Should I hold it?
No, it's good. Well, good afternoon. Thank you all so much for being here. First and foremost, I'd really like to thank Commissioner Ellis and his team. We're always grateful for the tremendous support that they have given to our division from day one. Even before I got here, they were championing this work. So a huge thank you to Commissioner Ellis and his entire team. We also would love to extend our great appreciation to the Sheriff's Office and Lieutenant Gomez, who has quickly become one of our true partners in the work that we're doing across the county. To our Executive Director, Ms. Leah Barton, who from the time she started as interim Executive Director was out there every day with us, getting to know not just the staff, but also the work that's being done throughout our entire department. Thank you to our community members, our partners, our leadership, the artists, and most importantly to our community members who walk through these doors every day and give this space its purpose. As the Director of the Community Health and Violence Prevention Services Division, it's truly my honor to welcome you to our RISE Empowerment Center. We opened the center earlier this year in June, and it was created and opened to just offer a safe space, a welcoming place where community members can access healing, resources, and support without any judgment from anyone. So here, people will be able to connect to behavioral health services, safety planning, peer support, counseling, case management, and pathways to stability and hope. The center is built on a simple belief. Everyone deserves the opportunity to feel safe, to be heard, and to rebuild. The center operates from a public health and healing-centered approach rather than a punitive one, focused solely on law enforcement. So RISE uses art, media, and technology as powerful tools to engage the community and share stories of prevention, resilience, and healing. Projects like the mural that you're about to see, they reflect the community collaboration, and they really create a sense of healing and belonging. So today we're proud to unveil the mural created in partnership with Street Art for Mankind, and a group whose work bring powerful stories to public spaces across our region. Art has a unique ability to heal, to remind us of our resilience, and to make people feel seen. The mural represents the spirit of Rise in the form of hope, unity, strength, and the power of community. For the people who come here seeking support, this artwork is more than decoration. It serves a message, and it says, you matter, you are not alone, there is beauty in this community, in this center, and especially in your story. So we're grateful to the artists for listening to our community and transforming those voices into something permanent and inspiring. So I'd like to thank our staff, our community health workers, our partners, our entire CHVPS team, and every person who trusted us enough to walk through these doors and will continue to walk through these doors. So thank you again to Commissioner Ellis and to all Commissioners Court for believing in prevention, healing-centered work, and spaces like this. And thanks to our community who benefits from this space and helps shape it into what it is today. You are the ones who make it come alive. And so now I'll translate some of these comments into Spanish for our Spanish-speaking audience. So, muy buenas tardes a todos y gracias por acompañarnos en el día de hoy. Gracias al comisionado Ellis, el teniente José Gómez, representando de la oficina del sheriff del condado Harris, a la directora ejecutiva Barton, a nuestros socios comunitarios, líderes y sobre todo a los artistas. Gracias también a los miembros de la comunidad que cruzan estas puertas todos los días y dan a este espacio su propósito. Como directora de los servicios de salud comunitaria y prevención de la violencia de salud pública del condado Harris, es un honor darles la bienvenida al Centro de Empoderamiento RISE. Inauguramos este centro a mediados de este año con el propósito de crear un espacio seguro donde los miembros de la comunidad puedan acceder a sanación, recursos y apoyo sin juicios. Aquí las personas pueden conectarse con servicios de salud conductual, planificación de seguridad, grupos de apoyo, consejería, gestión de casos y orientarlos hacia una vida estable y llena de esperanza. Este centro se construyó sobre una creencia sencilla. Todos merecen la oportunidad de sentirse seguros, ser escuchados y reconstruir sus vidas. El centro opera desde un enfoque de salud pública y sanación, en lugar de enfocarse en castigos que están centrados únicamente en la aplicación de la ley. Hoy nos orgullece de velar este mural creado en colaboración con Street Art for Mankind, un grupo cuyo trabajo lleva poderosas historias a los espacios públicos de toda nuestra región. El arte tiene una capacidad única para sanar, recordarnos nuestra resiliencia y hacer que las personas se sientan vistas. Estos murales representan el espíritu de RISE en forma de esperanza, unidad, fortaleza y poder comunitario. Quiero agradecer a nuestro personal, a nuestros promotores de salud comunitaria, a todo nuestro equipo de nuestra división, a nuestros socios y a cada persona que confió lo suficiente en nosotros para cruzar estas puertas. Gracias al comisionado Ellis y a la Corte de Comisionados por creer en la prevención, en el trabajo centrado en la sanación y en espacios como este. Y gracias a nuestra comunidad que beneficia de este espacio y ayuda a moldearlo en lo que es hoy. Ustedes le dan vida. At this time, I'll bring up Lieutenant Gomez.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Commissioner Ellis and Harris County Public Health and our artists here for having us today. I'm Lieutenant Rico Gomez, and it's an honor to represent the Harris County Sheriff's Office and Ed Gonzalez. The Sheriff's Office is proud to partner with Harris County Public Health, Community Health and Violence Prevention Services Division to make Cyberstation and other communities safer and stronger. Together, we're taking a public health approach to violence prevention, addressing root causes, connecting residents with resources, and creating real pathways for change. The work happening here complements our efforts across the county, including our HEART, Holistic Assistant Response Teams, and community engagement programs that focus on prevention and early intervention. Centers like RISE play a critical role in preventing crime before it happens. By offering job support, mental health services, and trauma recovery, these programs give people alternatives to violence and the tools to rebuild their lives. This is what true community safety looks like. Neighbors helping neighbors and agencies working together to build trust. Today's mural is more than public art. It's a symbol of strength, belonging, and renewal. I have a daughter who's in art school, and through her, I've learned how art can be used to tell stories, process emotions, and inspire change. What we see here today reflects that same spirit, using creativity as a way to heal, connect, and empower in community. She's taught me a little bit how to paint, but I'm not the best, trust me. I use a pencil and a pen and stick figures, but she's in a whole other ball game. It reflects the larger crime prevention through, as you heard Commissioner Ellis talk about the ACEPTIV initiatives. When communities feel seen, supported, and proud of their environment, safety and well-being follow. The Sheriff's Office remains committed to supporting programs like RISE that promote prevention, partnership, and purpose. Let's continue to work hand in hand, law enforcement, health partners, artists, and residents to build a Harris County where everyone feels safe, valued, and empowered. Thank you again to all the partners who made this project possible and to everyone who continues to believe in the power of community. As Commissioner Ellis said, we can't do our job with the help of you all. So we really appreciate you all and trusting us to be working together to serve you all. Thank you again.
I've gotten to know the next two speakers since the pandemic. I met them during the pandemic, and I did take them bike riding. They're the first folks we had in our home, although we had to eat outside, but at least they could tip in if they had to use the facilities. But since then, I've introduced them to friends all around the country, maybe a contact or two outside the country with the work they're doing. But Audrey and Thibaut Decker are like family to me, and I trust them, and they've just done a great job. And I appreciate all of the artists. They're going to introduce them. We are introducing a series of murals in this building today. At a later event, when there's not an event going on over at the school, we will introduce to others and have a press event and talk about the streets and the lighting and the sidewalks we've done in the neighborhood. But it is part of a comprehensive plan to help people have confidence in their community and to reduce crime. And I know we can do that in this neighborhood. Audrey and Thibaut Decker. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? I don't have to bend forward. Yes, maybe a bit. So, my name is Thibaut Decker, and with Audrey, we are the co-founders of Street Art for Mankind, this nonprofit that you might know or not. But my role will be today to tell you a bit more about what we do in general, and I'll start maybe, and Audrey will talk a bit more about this series and how much it means to us. But before I start, I want to say how honored we are to be here, how proud, because this project means a lot for us in what we are in our inception since the beginning. It is a community project. It is about kids. It's about shaping the future.
Keep it up.
Should I take this one, Ron?
Yeah. No, just you keep going.
Okay. And it meant a lot for us to create that project and come here. When we met Jermaine, when we met Andrea and all the guys of RISE, it was important for us. It became evident that we needed to be a part of it, and I'm really grateful. We are very grateful that you made us a part of this series and gave us a chance with our art to tell stories. So we at Street Art for Mankind believe in one thing, in art with a purpose, an art that touches hearts, minds, and souls. And we were created 10 years ago out of an encounter with Nobel Peace Prize Kailash Satyarthi. So you all might know Malala. Not everybody knows Kailash. That got his Kailash-ji, who got his Nobel with her. And he fights against child trafficking still today, and that is his calling. And when we met him, our calling became basically to help him talk about child trafficking and reduce that horrible number of 168 million kids in labor and trafficking around the world. And that's how we quit our jobs and decided to create Street Art for Mankind to talk about problems out there. So it started with child trafficking, which remains our heart and soul and what we combat every year and fund Red and Rescue to save kids across the world, a lot in India. But it's also other themes and community themes. So being here today was very important to us, and I'm very, very grateful to be here. I talk way too much, so I'm going to give it to Audrey so she can talk a bit more about RISE and I Choose to Rise.
Thank you, Thibaut. Yes, well, I Choose to Rise actually was born, the name actually was born in this right room when we were actually leaving the room, and we had a conversation before with Jermaine and Andrea, who are two extraordinary leaders in this community and at the RISE Center, and really inspired us the name. As Thibaut mentioned, we were born on the fight against child labor and trafficking. This is Jermaine and Andrea. First, a big round of applause because...
Yeah.
So as Thibault mentioned, we were born from the fight against child labor and trafficking, and we are actually part of the Human Trafficking Task Force on different states. So of course, when it comes to healing and activating and supporting, this is extremely important for us. So when we really heard first and we interviewed Andrea and Germaine, and they explained about their work and their passion and their motivation. This is their life. This is the life of their family. This is the life of their community. And we were truly, truly moved. And we really felt, okay, yes, we want to be part of this, and we want to support as much as we can, doing our little share, as we like to say, with our art. So this is really part of it. So this was extremely moving, and we thank you, because I know it's always here, we say, Art Inspire, we are here to inspire others, but the truth is that you guys inspired us big time.
And
So
you do
thank
the
you.
work every day.
Thank you for
Thank
that.
you.
I just would like to add that another big inspiration for us in that series has been the children, and we've been working with Spring ISD, with the youth, and we've been in their community. We've been working with the elementary school. Yesterday we had some work with them where we had them painting and activating and speaking. We did the same at the middle school, same at the high school. So truly, the youth of this community, as Commissioner Rodney Ellis was mentioning earlier, they are really like, they are gems that really need to shine to the world. And we hope if we can do our little share to make them rise and, make them shine in the world, make them visit the world. We were showing them what was happening in Paris, in Mexico City, in London, and in different cities yesterday. And they were really, I think they find it pretty cool. So if we can inspire them just a little bit as well, and if we can do our share with the next generation here, we are super happy, because this is part of our mission. So we also would like to introduce the amazing artist. Of course, Robert Hodge is going to speak. Robert, if you can stand up, is going to be speaking about the incredible series of murals he's been doing here. But I also would like to invite here everybody. So Devona is here, Mathieu Jean-Baptiste is here, Bimbo is here. Guys, if you can come over. They are the awesome artists who's been working on the different mural, on the elementary, the middle, the high school. Whether it's Defona, she's been working on a theme which was about performing arts and how performing arts and ethics, and doing the right thing even when nobody's showing is part of ethics, and how performing art build new generations. So that was Devona's work. Bimbo's work has been about inclusion and diversity at the middle school. And Mathieu Jean-Baptiste's work has been about unity, leadership, and how to be the healthy community at the elementary school. And yeah, that's all amazing artists, but we talk about their work a bit later when we come back in November. For now, we're going to focus on Robert and Robert's amazing murals.
Yes. Yeah, I do. I'm really inspired, and I want to say to my brothers who do murals all the time, you two, I have major respect. I've been there for like 6 days, going hard, and it's really hard. It's a different type of thing that you have to be have resilience. You got to be tough, and you got to be able to stay up all night. And but in this space, was really where I was most inspired, because meeting Jermaine and Andrea and all the guys, Matthew, Lee. So while I'm working and thinking about what I'm doing, I'm hearing these stories about how they're going out and what they're doing in the streets. I'm watching them cook food and take it to the homeless. So it's like, it's like we all do our little part, and everybody's part is important. And so you think, what can you really do with art? How can you inspire? What do images mean? How do you connect with people? And then everybody in this room got this little part they're doing, man. And so in my mural, I have these beams, and if you wonder what the beams mean, it means that we're all interconnected. We all have more in common than we don't. And so my inspiration was Maya Angelou. It was the staff here. It was Romero Bearden. He's one of my favorite collage artists, and I know Commissioner Ellis loves John Biggers, and I love Romero Bearden kind of the same way. So it's a little abstract mixed in with a little color, because I wanted people to feel great when they walked in, for sure. So I think color and composition was important to me. But I want to keep talking, but I really had a great time being on this side of town and seeing the work that happens here. And I didn't know what's going down out here like that. But I can tell you, when the sun goes down, this is an entertaining side of town for sure.
Thank you, Robert. Yeah. So Andrea is going to read us a poem from Maya Angelou. That is actually the inspiration also behind the mural of Robert,
Yeah.
right here. So we want you to hear it, for those who don't know it.
Good afternoon. So Commissioner Ellis, amazing leadership. And to my co-partners, my teammates, thank y'all so much. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I got all wells pumping in my living room, just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulder falling down like teardrops weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it off a hard, 'cause I laugh like I got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air I rise. Out of the husk of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise, we rise. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Now let's tour these murals. Thank you.